So welcome everybody and thanks for joining us again. Another gassing on, and well, this time we're going to venture into the realms of welfare and unfortunately toilet provision, and I'm sure many of you will see very mixed conditions of site toilets and welfare, but I thought I'd just dip into some of the good, the bad and the ugly, so things might get a little bit scary towards the end, but let's venture into the first one. Welcome. Good to do this one into the mirror today. Bit of a strange one, I thought, but I thought I'd just have a little scoot round and we can see what the facilities are like. Isn't it nice when welfare is taken seriously? And sorry ladies, but I'm in the gents, I don't tend to linger into the other realms, but what a facility. We're on this particular project, everything all nicely in order, clean floors, bit of dirt, but after all it is a building site, well maintained, so it's really quite pleasing to see that. It's great. So just thought I'd include that one on a bit of a link for us, something to look at, something to consider. Is welfare always in place where you are, and is it to a condition that you expect? So we saw some quite high-end welfare facilities yesterday, but I brought it down to a smaller scale job today. This is a very small development, small developer doing it, small contractor, so obviously budgets won't stretch to the extent of yesterday's welfare, but we can see they've got a canteen set up in here. We'll have a flit over. I know you enjoyed going into the loos at the previous job, but what I found really interesting, they've got a nice little health and safety notice board up here, some Health and Safety at Work Act stuff, but also they've got what the previous use of this building was, or this land, the industrial unit of this area. So I thought that was great, and also they've got some menus there for takeaways. But if we head over, we can just see they've got the welfare block here, and as I say, smaller scale than what we previously saw, but it's doing the job. It's clean, it's there, so you know, for the number of people on site this is proportionate, and it's doing the job quite happily. So hand basins, hot and cold running water, so all good formalities, eye wash kit in there as well, that would be in. So good. So I'm back on chasing my welfare questions, and I've come to a site today and actually quite impressed. Nice tidy bathrooms, but the main question is we see facilities for females, and often they're neglected. Often I open this door and it's a horror story. Either they're used as storerooms, but let's have a little look in there today. Actually pretty good. We'll give them a big tick in the box. Well done guys. Another site, another bathroom. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, it's got a nice little outside sink here. Oh, we can see what's going on. A little bit grubby. Hot water though. Yeah, hot water in place. Just a little bit of a tidy up required, I think. Yeah. What do you reckon? Yeah. But the other one I always ask about is, you know, provision for females on site, and we can see the adjoining ladies' toilet next to us. Accessibility to that. Give it a knock. I got in trouble for the last one. Oh, so seeing those last two facilities, yeah, they were as I say, smaller scale sites where there was budget provision might not have been included or isn't so significant, but under CDM regulations we should be still considering that the room's suitable and sufficient for the number of operatives on site, and that it's accessible. And here we've just got a brief outline of what the CDM requirements have mentioned in that, you know, looking at those two toilets. But also if you're having to use the portable facilities on site, which, you know, for some smaller jobs, this might be the best provision. You might be limited with space, you might be only there for a short period of time working. So, you know, to bring in full welfare and get mains water and main sewerage might be difficult, whereas these do provide adequate provision, provide they're provided they're well maintained, cleaned and kept in order and used by all the operatives. So here we get to one of our horror stories. Now, walking into a toilet and seeing what we've all just seen isn't very pleasant, but no toilet roll in there either. But also when you look on, I looked in the cistern lid and there was no water. There's no mains water coming into the facility. Now, whether it was under repair and needed to be identified as a problem, but going back to the site manager, I reported this, we made it known to them, and there's mixed messages sometimes from site management people. They're either too busy running the site and keeping that going, or they take it seriously and say, yeah, thanks for reporting it, we'll get onto it as soon as we can. It is nice to pay a return visit and see that it has been corrected. Then it's a bit frustrating if you do go back the following day and still see it's not been made inoperable, or there's been no effort. So little things we should be thinking of, but also part of our level 2 work is contributing to welfare. So if you see things aren't right, you should be flagging it, mentioning it to the site management team, or even there might be an allocated, there's people that look after these facilities. Certainly in the first example that I showed you, there was a designated attendant for those bathrooms, because they had about 8 blocks like that on that site. There was nearly 1,000 operatives in total on there. So you can see how important it is to keep the welfare facilities in good order. But please send in any horror pictures to me. We like featuring on the Facebook page, the Gas Membrane United group. And those that haven't found it, please come over and find us. There's always interesting conversations going on there. So thanks again for joining us, and look forward to catching you again next time. So keep those toilets in working order, and see you soon. Bye now.